We're going to continue reading Just Grace by Charise, Mericle, Harper, published in 2007 by Houghton, Mifflin. And we left off where we were talking about Crinkles, the lovable cat. And how a cat can love you one minute and then the next minute hate you. Don't understand cats, but I do love cats, especially cat videos. Crinkles meowed and meowed until Augustine Duprat went to the window and opened it. She put her finger up to her mouth and made a shh sound. Crinkles wasn't at all shy. He walked in and jumped right up on her lap. Augustine Duprat pointed her shushing finger at the ceiling, and I knew exactly what she meant. One of Dad's big rules is no pets in the apartment. He wouldn't even let Augustine Duprat put a bird feeder outside her window. He said it attracted all the messy neighborhood beasts. He would not be happy to know that Crinkles was a visitor. Sometimes people can be rule breakers if the rules are not good ones, and the person who made the rules is not an official type ruler maker who wears a uniform. Dad is not one of those. Augustine Duprat sighed, one of her French sighs. My French teacher at school does this too, so I know it is a French thing. So this is kind of like a sigh, like a I don't know how we can make poor Mrs. Luther not so sad. In 6 weeks, when her orange cast comes off, I am sure Crinkles will not be scared of her any more. Then they will love each other again. Is she going to cry every night for 6 weeks? I couldn't believe that her sadness could be so big. Augustine Duprat patted my arm and shook her head, which is a good grown-up way of saying, yes, I'm sorry to say, but I believe this to be true. Superhero mode. So now we have like a new section here. Superhero mode. The night before going to bed, I looked out my window. I could see Mrs. Luther sitting in one of her big chairs with all of her scary masks looking down at her. I couldn't tell if she was crying. Augustine Duprat was right. I was feeling much less sad about being Just Grace. And even though I am not French, I made a French sigh and thought, I wonder how I can help Mrs. Luther. This is how my superhero empathy thing always gets started. And once it gets going, there is nothing I can do to stop it. Breakfast. When I am feeling like a superhero, I like to have French toast for breakfast. Otherwise, I just eat a bagel or cereal. If Mom were a detective, she would say, how come you're always up to something when you have French toast for breakfast? And, but she isn't so. She says, French toast? That's a nice change. We haven't had French toast since the time your dad broke his toe. When I got to school, so here's the picture that goes with that. French toast is the breakfast of superheroes. I love French toast. I mean, I don't actually really love it. Like, I don't go to a restaurant and order it. I usually order waffles, but I love French toast. I should make it tomorrow. Note to self. I could totally see what the disgusting Sammy Stringer had for breakfast. It was all over his yellow shirt. What's the matter? Do you want some? He pointed to a brown sticky part and made some smacking sounds with his lips. I gave him my best, I wish you would melt into a puddle of goo look, and walked away. Mimi and I have been practicing different looks because you never know when you might need one. You always have to be ready. Just Grace, you are so... Sammy probably couldn't think of a rhyme because he was so quiet for too many seconds, and then he said, green. Wow, really creative. Green isn't even something silly or clever or funny. It is nothing. So what if I was wearing a green shirt? How Sammy Stringer can be so annoying all the time is a question I will never be able to answer. Sometimes I look at him and I can't help it, but I feel like I hate him, and I feel a little bit sorry for him, both at the same time. I don't like it when the inside parts of you don't match up with what the brain part of you thinks. If there were a medicine to make this go away, I would take it, even if it was cherry flavor, which tastes terrible and is not my favorite. There's a picture of her with cherry medicine there. Okay, so we will pick up where we left off tomorrow with what we are studying in school that is fun. That's on page 31. Until next time.